Hi, my name is Njoroge.
And I'm Stella.
We are the Njoroges.
We've been doing organic farming for the last 2 years, and this is our story.
My journey in organic farming began when I had a problem with my piggery. And so we thought, my wife and I, we thought we would diversify and go into crops. And since we didn't want to give people crops that are full of insecticides and so on, expose them to cancer and what have you, we thought it would be best to go organic.
So we did a lot of research. We went to different farmers. We also went to people who are interested in organic farming, and they taught us how to. They were providing what we call the plant tea. I remember there's a guy who went to Murang'a where he prepares that, and that's how we came now to learn and start the organic farming. Organic farming, there are a few principles that we can be able to describe organic farming, and one of it is prevention. What we do in organic farming is that you don't sit there and wait for the pests to come. You use what we call the plant teas, naturally occurring plants. You make tea out of them. Then these plant teas are the ones that help to repel pests.
The pests.
Yeah. You also use naturally occurring or natural fertilizer. For example, as we said, we have the pigs. From the pigs, we get, there's a biodigester. We get the bioslurry. Bioslurry has high nitrogen. So anything leafy, the spinach, the skuma, the lettuce, you use that on the vegetables. You don't use any synthetic fertilizer.
And therefore you would not have people exposed to all kinds of disease, cancer and so on. But now people have gone into commercial production of crops, and therefore they tend to overuse insecticides and so on. So they mess up things. One characteristic of organically grown food is that it tastes better. Like if it's sukuma, it tastes the way it used to taste when I was a small boy. Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is the real sukuma because there are no pests, it's natural. So that's another characteristic of it. The facade comes in when conmen get in there and they want to exploit because they know people like organic crops, and so they say, even I am organic. Currently, organic crops are expensive and the market is still very, very, very narrow. And one of the reasons is because you're growing these crops organically, you can't hasten the growth the way by giving all kinds of chemicals. So you allow the plant to grow naturally, and therefore it takes longer. Even the production could be lower, slightly lower. So therefore it makes sense to be able to price it a bit higher because of the things you're putting in. And then some of the so-called ingredients we put in, like the vermi-liquid, those teas that she was talking about, take time to prepare also. And because again they are natural, you can't hasten. So that makes the crop be pricey, and because it has value, it's good for you.
You see, organic food, people have not been really sensitized on what organic food is. Okay, and I think that's why it makes that market very small. Otherwise, if people really knew, or it's really marketed to them, or it's really taught to them well what organic food is, then then that market will not be small. And that is why I also see that's why maybe it's expensive, because it's only a very small market. So of course, for me to meet my overheads instead of water and all, maybe it becomes a bit pricey. But if I'm able to sell to a bigger whatever crowd, it will also take care of the pricing.
As you can see in this farm, we've not grown only one plant. We've grown different crops. We've grown lettuce, we have spinach, we have capsicum, we have even peas and so on. And there's a reason for that. And the reason for it will be explained to you by Stella.
Another one of the major way of doing organic farming is companion planting, putting different plants from different families together. There are crops that are good companions, others are not good companions. For example, like we have peppers with spinach, they're very good companions. The pest that is going to attack peppers will not attack the spinach. And also the diseases, there's no transferable of diseases. the disadvantage of doing monocropping, assume you do all this big greenhouse, you put tomatoes or pepper. When one pest comes in, that's it. Everything is imefiekwa. But when you have different, you're able also to control that pest that was attacking that other product, because they will not, pests, because of smell and all that, they will automatically not even come near. Let me take you through the process of planting organically in the greenhouse. In this greenhouse, one, we spray the whole greenhouse with rabbit urine in a ratio of 1:10, and we do it on the paper, mostly on the paper, and a bit on the soil, just a bit. This is to repel the pests which could be there. Leave it for 5 days. Come again after 5 days, do the same process again. Allow it to stay for another 5 days. Then after that, good manure on the beds, and then you transplant. Once you transplant, we use the vermiliquid to spray, especially for the leafy vegetables. You can use the vermiliquid more than once a week. For the non-leafy, like the pepper and the peas, you can use once a week, because you don't want the leaves, you want the fruits. The vermiliquid is the extract from the worms, and it's rich in both macro and micronutrients. So it will provide the potassium, the nitrogen, the phosphorus that the plant requires. What teas are is that you take in the leaves of some plants. Like now, there's one called Tithonia. There's one called comfrey. Comfrey is mafake. Mafake is very good. Once you put it in a drum, put water, and it stays for about 14 days. And then you dilute it 1:2 when you are using it as a foliar. When you're using it as a pesticide, you dilute 1:3. These are naturally occurring plants. So those are the ones we use as pesticide and foliar. So it depends on the plant and how many times you're going to use the vermiliquid and the other plant teas I was talking about.
Though organic farming is something good, it has some challenges. And some of the challenges are that people don't know about it a lot. People don't even know where to buy genuine organic food. And even the pricing itself is not very well regulated. So all these are challenges. And sometimes getting ingredients like the vermiliquid, you collect it from worms. So you can imagine waiting for them to excrete maybe five liters. It takes long, it takes time. So that is a challenge. And so one might need to be very, very patient. However, if say it's a tomato, you take it to the market, the person will see the biggest as the best. And sometimes it might not be. It might not be, but that now presents a challenge. How you can convince someone that this is better because it was grown naturally than this other one. How we've been able to overcome some of these challenges is, one, using social media, and so that we can get the information out there. The other is to ensure that our products are good, so that when they go to the market, the consumers want them. And so that way we don't have to haggle over prices and things like those.
And targeting the right market, which is the farmers' organic market, where people understand what organic farming is.
Excellent. Given the experience we've gathered in the 2 years we've done this, we have a number of plans for this farm. We hope to open a retail shop to sell these the organic vegetables. We also hope to start a delivery service to deliver these products, and enhance our training so that we have more people coming here for training to be able to understand how to do organic farming. It's been an amazing journey growing and consuming organic vegetables. We are curious to know what other farmers are doing in this space. What's your story?
Here is a sneak peek of what's coming up next week. Do you remember the rabbit urine that the Njoroges use in their organic farm? Next week, we meet a rabbit farmer who rears and sells rabbits, but the brown liquid gold is one of his best revenue streams. Look out for that story, but before then, hit that subscribe button for previous features and a new one every week.